told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gonna die today.
All right, Steph Simon, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm more comfortable now.
I appreciate you coming in and sitting down with us. You know, even though you weren't as familiar, like it's dope that. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? We haven't been in Tulsa as much as like Oklahoma City and Lawton, so it's our first time out here doing interviews.
Oh, word. Yeah. That's dope.
I'm just trying to get plugged in out here and kind of connect the whole state a little bit.
It's needed. It's needed.
For sure. So I want to take it back like to the very beginning. As far as like, you're born and raised in Tulsa?
Yeah, born and raised, man. I'm 33 years old.
So I mean, I figured just like based on the music and stuff that your Tulsa roots were deep. But is music? Were you playing sports?
Bro, I thought I was gonna be I played sports, but I thought I was gonna be a sports agent in management, artist management. Kind of wanted to do both. I played sports, so I kind of knew which of my homies was gonna go pro eventually, and I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I can't think of his name, the dude that do everything for LeBron.
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul, yeah, I love Rich Paul. Yeah. Like that's what I wanted to do for music and, you know what I'm saying, sports. And just ended up rapping and just ain't stopped, you know what I'm saying, since like 18 years old. Yeah.
So 18 was the first time
I rapped in the studio.
Were you into music at all before, like just listening to it?
Yeah, I grew up around music. My family throw events and parties, and you know what I'm saying. My cousins had, my introduction was my cousin's room, just stacks and stacks of CD booklets, and I just go through them and just jam all day. So that was like my introduction. I was a dancer like at my church, you know, my school, you know what I'm saying? So performing arts was always a part of my growing up. But after football, after I felt like, okay, I can get back on the stage rapping, you know what I'm saying? So it's just something I just jumped in and ended up staying in it.
So you talked about church a little bit. I know like you kind of talk about that in your music as far as like you were kind of able to like duck the streets a little bit and stay out of that, so kind of...
Yeah, growing up in the church kind of centered my focus and my, I got a super strong spirituality and relationship with God, but I also know right outside them walls shit get real, you know what I'm saying, where I was from anyway. So I just wanted to paint that. I got a song called Silver and Gold. I wanted to paint that story of Sunday and Wednesday, I'm at church, but Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm at the club, and I'm at, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just living the life of a regular kid out north, but still keeping that perspective of church and just, you know what I'm saying, that helped me kind of get me through, to wiggle through some stuff like that. And I got out of a lot of trouble just by like gaining that wisdom and knowledge that people don't catch until they get about 30 and have kids. Is normally when people like me start getting into like spirituality and learning themselves and stuff like that because they kids. But I kind of had that early to where I could wiggle through a lot of disastrous moments. But yeah, we grew up like turn the other cheek don't really apply. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the church. So you learn that shit real quick. Like just being out in the hood. So yeah.
For sure. There's definitely like lessons you can take. I mean, obviously like you're out in the real world, so you know what I'm saying? You gotta find the line between what I can and
what you can and what you can't do. And really just what I learned from church is just, I know Mike Tyson say this crazy faith thing all the time. I got like a crazy faith when I set my ambition, you know what I'm saying? When I set myself on something, I can see it happening because I believe it's gonna happen, and you know what I'm saying? And I can make it happen. And I learned that, you know what I'm saying, just growing up in church. So like, it wasn't so much just being like a Jesus freak or anything. It was more so just learning like how spirituality and how like manifestation and stuff like that work, and which helped me a lot. So,
for sure. So let's get into. You say you started recording at 18. So, what are the musical influences at that time? Like, what are you taking pieces from?
I'm a big Jay-Z fan. It's always been Hov since forever, since '99. It's been Hov. But at that time, when I start rapping, it was like rap like what's hot. The Motivation 101 by Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I was selling all the dope I could. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ludicrous punchlines, just trying to say the most tight shit on the rap. You know what I'm saying? We looked like DSR. We rap like DSR from Texas. White tees. We look like shit. I can't think of their name right now. What's the white tee boys in Atlanta? Yep, my white franchise boys. Yeah. We look like franchise boys. You know what I'm saying? T.I. Just all crunk era, crunk beats, rapping on crunk beats. But on my own personal space, when I get away from the homies, I'm listening to Lupe Fiasco, and I'm listening to Jay-Z, and I'm listening to Lil Boosie, Webby, super underground stuff. So just Missy Elliott and Outkast on my own. But when I'm around everybody, let's rap on these Lil Jon beats and just sell all the dope we can and be like that. So
do you feel like the more you rap, like, because I mean, you said, I feel like now your sound is closer to what you said you were listening to alone. So like, do you feel you feel like you just got more comfortable, or what was that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you become an artist, I always say I think every artist in Oklahoma will go through 3 phases. It's that right when you graduate, that 18 through like 21, it's more about the movement and you and all your homies being free, and we can all just, wherever you go, you 50 deep. It don't matter if you're good or not. You're just doing what's hot. You're trying to mimic what's out right now. That's the same for the artists young right now. They just doing what's, you know what I'm saying? Just what's out, emulating what's out. And it's more about their movement. And they come into the shows 50 deep, and all their homies know their words, and you know what I'm saying? And this is fun. And then it get to about 21 through 26, where you like, okay, I really want to do this. You start trying to find yourself. You got a little money, but your homies ain't really around like that no more. And your music, you got to start finding yourself. And then when you get from 27, it's like, I got to make it happen off my craft. You got to really, because it ain't, everybody you know done took on their own lives. They like, somebody probably a dentist, somebody probably, you know what I'm saying? Got kids or working, their priorities ain't really based around going out and partying no more. So as an artist, you gotta really sit down and learn. If you wanna stay in this shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just sit down and craft your sound. And you start with your personal songs at your personal preference, you know what I'm saying? So I think everybody go through it, but you eventually, and even then, you gotta shed that and completely be you know what I'm saying, in order for the world to gravitate to it. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
For sure. So let talk about kind of, I want to, okay, Black Wall Street is kind of like a hot button kind of topic right now, but that's something that's been influential to you obviously for a long time.
10 years, for 10, 12, since I found out. It's been a hot time.
So I think it's crazy to me, like we just had St. Dominic in here, and he like, we learned about Black Wall Street in school. I'm from Lawton.
Yeah, word.
Like they taught us about it, and like the riots and everything that happened, but like, y'all went to school in Tulsa, and like they weren't even telling you about it?
I found out about my music.
That's what he told us.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
I just found that out.
Yeah.
Like, and that song came out 2015.
Yeah.
But I was just telling the homie earlier, like, I don't know why I know why they didn't tell us. I mean, it's if you tell, it's every side of Tulsa has thrived except North Tulsa since that, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you don't tell nobody, they won't try to get back to it. But thanks to the internet, that's how I found out. Watching watching 300 Bars about a game. He was dissing G on it. He was like, I ain't G Unit no more. I'm Black Wall Street. Got my own shit. Blah blah blah. And the related searches was like Tulsa, Black Wall Street, race riot. It was a massacre. So I click it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so the game label is how you found out?
That's how I found out, by watching Diss records on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And it was on the side. And I clicked it. I watched it about 2 hours. And then after that, I was just like, I started going to like city council shit and just Greenwood Culture Center and just trying to find all the information I could, because I went to Carver, which is on Greenwood. Right? And my family stay in Greenwood, and my family own businesses out north, and I've been out north my whole life. And just didn't know. I didn't have a clue till I was about 22, 23, you know what I'm saying? So once I figured that out, I knew if I talked about it, it could make, I knew it was gonna be like a hot topic now today. I knew that was gonna happen. But I also knew that how can I make somebody from Atlanta or New York or California give a fuck about somebody rapping from Tulsa? We didn't have no scene. We didn't have nothing for people to stick to. You know what I'm saying? So I just that's when I started rapping super Tulsa, because I never rapped about Tulsa shit. Like, my music wasn't Tulsa rooted at all. I hated this place until I found that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once I started, like, I always use Kendrick for example, how he can explain Compton in his own way. Dom Kennedy can explain South Central, you know what I'm saying? Nip can explain Crenshaw in their own way and make you see it. Outkast, Atlanta, make you picture it. Yeah. I wanted to do that. So how can I make people picture Tulsa by just talking about what's going on here in a wide way with a Black Wall Street foundation, and it's working, and it worked.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure. Explain the Dicky Ro alias, just if they don't understand.
Yeah. So with the Black Wall Street race massacre, it all happened because so there was a kid named Jimmy Jones. He changed his name to Dick Rowland. His mom was married to a white guy, which his last name was Rowland. He changed his name to Diamond Dick. He had a lot of money shining shoes on Greenwood. So he would just be that kid, that flashy young kid that's getting money on Greenwood that everybody knew. What's up, Diamond Dick? What's up, you know what I'm saying? So that was his name. He changed his name to that. And he had a thing with a white girl that was an elevator operator that worked not too far from where we rap, downtown, you know what I'm saying? Same street, on Main Street. And they got caught messing around in the elevator. The elevator, the front desk worker said he raped her or assaulted her. And then they tried to hang him, public hanging. And in order to stop that, like a lot of blacks came downtown to stop it from happening. And a big ass melee went out, shots was fired, and they won that. Like, he didn't get hung, they saved him. And then after probably a few days later, mob, KKK, and everybody just came on Greenwood and just started fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Lighting it up. So that's who Dick Rowland was. He was basically the catalyst, the blame, the scapegoat for the race massacre. Okay. And I use that as me, Dicky Ro. I use it as being the catalyst for the uprising, for the rebirth of like just the Tulsa music scene. I feel like that I'm putting us in position to be the next, you know what I'm saying, music capital in the world, and just putting the town on. So if I could rebirth and be the reason and be the, you know what I'm saying, that's what I go by.
For sure, that's dope. I kind of got the connection. I just wanted you to explain it a little bit more.
For sure.
And then so kind of talk about, like, I know this was the goal, like, or you said you knew, you had the foresight to see like this is gonna come up again and like be kind of a hot button issue. Like, how does that feel now that after, you know, the events of like the last year and the stuff that's been going on that is kind of pushed to the national.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I thought. Like, I just wanted to speak for the town because I was really from here. I didn't want like Drake to make a album about, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anything could happen. Like, with it being a hot button nationally, anyone could have just made an album about Tulsa and talked about it, and we wouldn't have been able to benefit at all, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just wanted to work as hard as I could to get us there, so when people would come, they'll come looking for us. You know what I'm saying? And that was my plan. But now it's a way bigger than that, because it is people coming. It still are people coming out here just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a hot topic. Let's talk about it and move around and get what we want from it and move around. So we're just trying to make it something that we really trying to push the issue of getting people back into the mentality of DIY, do it yourself, everything is us mentality, and that's building from a grassroots standpoint with your peers and making shit happen, not waiting on like somebody to come save you or some, you know what I'm saying? Like we send too many times I hear people just complaining about they don't have the resources when the resources is your homies, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, once we start taking care of and looking out for each other and valuing each other, even things like what y'all doing, once people start taking y'all as serious as a Say Cheese or Vlad or whatever the case, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once people start looking at y'all like that, then y'all will be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it takes. So that's why I showed up.
I appreciate it, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I showed up.
So talk about kind of like I want to get into like the hip hop culture kind of in Tulsa. We talked to Dom about this. Like, it seems more collaborative to me, like, or not even collaborative, but just like y'all are more like engaged with each other and kind of like show love more than Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's getting there, I feel like, but I don't know. I just feel like y'all were ahead of that kind of curve.
Man, Oklahoma City actually had it. To me, when I used to go down there and do events with Stutter Butter, and he was like the glue for the city out there, you know what I'm saying, as far as hip hop go. And the Puzzle People, which was JB and Chris and BD and all those guys, this was like early 2010 though, like 2009, 10, 11. But and we were building that here, but it's a group of guys, World Culture Music being the main focal point, but it was a group of guys that it just started with us rapping in front of each other, you know what I'm saying? And then next week we'll bring somebody and we'll let them rap, and then they'll bring somebody and they'll let them rap. Like, it really started with no phones, no cameras, no money, just cut the mic on and rap and bring someone. And like I said, that everything is us mentality. They'll bring someone, and that person will be a camera person, and then they'll bring someone, and that person will be a graphic designer, and they'll start making us flyers. Yeah. And then that person would be a DJ, and then we start letting them DJ, and like everybody start taking on roles as it snowballed into the festival. So when World Culture Music Festival come about, we put this festival together, and it's a week. It's 4 days long, where every rapper in the city is just networking and getting to know each other on a personal level once a year. And that's what kind of like, so that's how everybody kind of know everybody, hang out with each other, work with each other, build with each other. That's how it happened. It was a snowball from like 8 or 9 people, and it snowballed into like a whole music scene, which was dope.
Yeah, it is dope. Like, it just feels like the momentum is crazy right now.
Yeah. Now that it's in the national spotlight, it's like, because we've been doing this shit before when people would come here and wasn't involving us, and now it's like nothing left but what we built, and like everybody is like focusing on that, and we welcome people long as they have that mentality of like bring some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Bring some value to it, and that's what's dope. So it'll sustain long as people stay in that mind state. So
for sure. I wanted to touch on with you, just the Juneteenth show that y'all did, and kind of what that meant to you, and like to be able to do it. I know it was the 99, not the 100. I'm sure the 100th is gonna be something.
100 gonna be stupid. But I gotta be down here. So I can't even talk about it.
So just
I can personally show y'all the list of people we trying to get off camera.
Well, yeah, we'll do it when we cut the cameras, but just talk about the 99th one, just because it got like a lot of national media attention.
That's where it came, because Trump came down here that week.
It was kind of like the antithesis to what was going on.
Real. So Trump come and he bring out the media, you know what I'm saying, and we have Juneteenth like we do every year. And I didn't know Juneteenth wasn't a national thing. Like I knew it was a black thing, but I didn't know it was like a few cities thing. Like it's a holiday. It's always been a holiday for me, but because of the like Twitter and national social media, I didn't know it was I didn't know everybody didn't do Juneteenth. I
feel like it's hotter in like Texas and Oklahoma area.
It is. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I didn't know that. So Juneteenth. The word Juneteenth is just going crazy because you got Trump over here, the most racist motherfucker that brings the most racist motherfuckers with him, and then 4 miles this way, you got this big ass black celebration that's celebrating freedom. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So it brought national attention. We got this big ass festival stage, and I wasn't taking it as serious. If I knew Rolling Stone and all these people was gonna be out there, if you see me, I'm gonna cover Rolling Stone in some sweats and some slides, like, you know what I'm saying, a t-shirt. Like I just got up and went, you know what I'm saying. They were like, yeah, we need you to perform it after all. Like, can you perform? You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't even performing, and I just get up on stage and do my thing, and when I get off, I'm rushed by I'm filming a documentary with a German news group, and then I'm interviewing here, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy, you know what I'm saying? And they just, BET, we streamed live on BET, just stuff I wasn't even prepared for when I got out the bed, because I go to Juneteenth, like this is all my cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know everybody out north, like, it's all my family. I'm just hop up with my kids, and we go. But I wasn't expecting that. So after all that national coverage, because they just caught us performing, and they loved it. And they've been watching us ever since. Every time we do something down there, it's like, hey, what's going on out there in Tulsa? So that's dope to see, because we always said once all we missing is the world knowing what the dope shit we've been doing there. It's like all we've been missing as far as getting us to the next step. So
for sure, it's dope to me. I didn't realize like it was that organic. Like it just happened.
It was hella fucking crazy. Like crazy organic. Like I went from not knowing anyone in the national world to like hitting them on the text, like type shit. Shit's crazy.
Is it like weird to you still now? Like, is that?
Yeah, well, it's getting better. I'm getting used to it, which is weird to say. Like, I'm getting used to, like, even interviews with y'all, like, just anybody. I've been doing interviews. I've been seeing this, like, this light don't even, like, mess me up no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting used to, like, sitting in front of this motherfucker. Zoom meetings, phone interview. Like, it's been happening. It's it hasn't become work yet. It's still like new, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting used to it, which is weird to say, because I never thought I'd be on I knew it, but I didn't know. Like, I didn't know it was like this. So.
It's different when it actually happens.
It's weird to see it in real time, bro, like when it actually happens, because when Rolling Stone called me, I was changing a diaper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just doing normal shit. And I'm like, who's calling me from New York? Yeah, this Rolling Stone, we want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I was like, the fuck? all right. Baby crying. I'm like like I ain't never think of it like that, bro.
That's dope.
So, yeah.
So talk about the Fire in Little Africa project from your perspective.
Fire in Little Africa is gonna put us there. It's gonna get us to. It's gonna make Oklahoma look good, and it's gonna give Oklahoma a window for success. The window that we've all been like, not even just the artists has been waiting on. I think now that artists here are finally starting to get support from the city itself, like Oklahoma support, it's finally gonna like, it's like fans get fan fatigue if you don't blow up in a window of what they want. And it's like, all right, he hasn't blown up yet. He's just gonna be right here and we're gonna love him at this level. Yeah. They want you to exceed, but it's like, we're just gonna love you at this level. They don't really, it's like rooting for the Cowboys. It's like, they know you're gonna be 8-8, yeah, but we're gonna love you anyway. But you're gonna be 8-8. You're gonna be 7-9. I hope you're not a Cowboys fan.
My Cowboys did to deserve that, but okay.
I hope you're not a Cowboys
I'm
fan.
a Cowboys fan, but
it's like we love them. We know they're gonna be 8-8, bro. Yeah. No matter how many stars they get, we gonna love them for just who they is, regardless. And we're gonna say they gonna win it. We're like, this person got a chance to be up there with Kendrick Lamar, and this person got a chance to be up there with, like, that's the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But they don't expect it.
No, that's a great analogy. You know that just hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, bro. But that's kind of how it is. So now it's Fire in Little Africa is gonna like let fans see what we look like on the big stage. You know what I'm saying? And what that's gonna do is like open up the floodgates for Oklahoma. The eyes is gonna be like, people in New York is gonna want to check out somebody from Oklahoma, as opposed to, are y'all riding horses or are y'all doing like, their antennas is gonna be receptive to receive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyone or anything that comes out of Oklahoma, they're gonna be like, okay, for these next 4 years, they're gonna be like, let's see what comes out of it. Just like when Atlanta first popped, or Chicago, or Oakland, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like the hyphy movement when like Oakland was just spitting out people when they first, you know what I'm saying, hit the national level. That's how I feel. So that's what Fire in Little Africa gonna do. But as far as like change the way people think, or just how we fighting for like black empowerment and shit like that, that's a whole nother. Spears gonna do his thing, man. We really represent it for the town and for the state and for our history. So I think the ancestors gonna be proud. I think the town gonna be proud, and I'm ready to see that in real time.
For sure. For real. Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear it too. How did y'all recorded one of the days in like it was like the former Ku Klux Klan leader's house?
So he wasn't a leader, bro. He was like because he was so famous, he was a founder of Tulsa. He was like the richest guy in Tulsa. Mm-hmm. He couldn't openly be a Klan member, but he was like, he was with them, yeah. Like, y'all take this money and I gotta do what y'all need to do to fuck this shit up. So, his house was modeled after Robert E. Lee. It looked exactly like Robert E. Lee, which the Confederate commander, general, whatever. And one of my close friends that I grew up with, Felix Jones, who played for the Cowboys, purchased that house in 2014. And I just hollered at him one day if I could shoot a video out there and do my album cover. And he was open to it. And then 2 years later, we started a record label called Skyline Star Records. And then View hit me. And I think y'all talking to View today. Mm-hmm. And he was like, bro, I was like, bro, y'all want to record this shit in here? Like, it's spooky, but it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? So View made it happen, and it was like Revenge of the Dreamers, bro. It was like rap camp. It was just rappers and studios everywhere. And we've been rebranding that house forever. Like,
you feel like you needed
something?
something?
I was seeing my damn stats on Spotify and shit come from all these places, but the music was old. And I just, like I said, felt like I needed to put something out. And I was like, all I got is this outro, and this is one take. It ain't no overdubs, no hook. I was like, shit, put it out, fuck it. And that shit ended up on the radio, and I was like, damn, here go my Shazam numbers is going up. I was like, we gotta shoot a video for this motherfucker. So now I'm rushing to get the album done and things like that. But we shot it there. I shoot a lot of videos there, just using that as a back, just to force the issue of rebranding that house down people thought, you know what I'm saying? But that was the day I quit my job, was the day I put that video out. So I went into a full, I'm like fully
an artist now,
you know what I'm saying? So that was a significant portion of that song. That was the day I, you know what I'm saying, left my job. So
that's dope. So what did that feel like? I mean, that's a big, obviously you've been doing it for a long time, but that's a big step.
It's cool now because I was gonna get fired anyway because I've been in meetings and interviews all year.
Yeah.
And I have to, it's a call center, so your times get fucked up if you're off the phone. I'm always off the phone with a meeting. Here, Zoom meeting here. I gotta go do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this. And I was like, this job is starting to get in the way of my rap life, and it never was like that before. And once it was starting to get in the way. I'm taking calls from labels. I'm taking calls from press. I'm taking calls from View and Dom, and gotta be at the studio to turn this in. And I was like, all right, something gotta go. Like, I gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I'm still working, bro. Like, even coming here, like, I did an interview at 10 o'clock. I did an interview at 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm on the interview at 3. Like, it's just I'm not on the phone no more. But I'm still working, like, constantly all day. I think my free time is like from 11 at night to 4 in the morning.
Damn.
For real, bro.
That's crazy.
It's lit. So it's dope though. It's what I wanted. So.
So I was a little confused on the Dreamland. So that's the outro for the new project.
Not Far New Africa. So
no, for your personal.
For my personal project. Diamonds from the Tisdales is the name of it, and that's the outro. Yeah.
Okay.
For my project, which became my lead single.
Yeah. Hey, I was just confused because you came in like, if you made it all the way to the outro, like,
bro.
Like, I don't know.
It's
but
the outro.
Okay, so when is the project gonna come?
Hopefully March. I'm shooting for March 1st. I'm shooting for April. Final Africa come out May 28th.
Okay.
So I'm trying to put it out before that, just to let people know, these new listeners, it's gonna happen, that, you know what I'm saying, that we've been cooking. But it's really to hold people over until Fire in Little Africa. Even though it's a great ass album, it's not gonna get the rollout it deserve, because Fire in Little Africa about to come like swallow up every fucking thing. But it's just I made Visions from the Tisdale 5 years ago in March, and Visions from the Tisdale was the album. Well, I was telling everybody, this year is coming, y'all. We gotta get prepared for this year, and you know what I'm saying. Just really raising awareness on North Tulsa and the history was that album 5 years ago. So this album is like I'm an actual rapper now. I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm an actual rapper. Like, the visions, everything I said is actually happening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of making the album for those fans, kind of like an appreciation album, and just letting people know, like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm working on after Fire in Little Africa is really the victory lap type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure, that's dope. The last thing I want to ask you, I know we have like a lot of younger artists that watch our channel that are kind of like just getting their feet wet, you know. So as somebody that's been around kind of a longer time, what would you have any advice you would give to somebody? I know you said like there's those stages. So.
Yeah, bro. I do. I got so advice for any young artist trying to get their feet wet, it's tough because my success came from helping people on the scene and stuff like that. My raps got me here too. You know what I'm saying? I got a super solid fan base that I love. And so I'll start there. Whether you got five fans, focus on them 5 until it become 10. If you got 10 fans, focus on them 10 until you got 20. And then
for sure. Just appreciate what you have, yeah.
From when you got 40. And then 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, know those 10 people. My first 10 fans that I've ever had, I still know. I talk to them, eat with them, show up. They show up early all the time. They always the first to buy my anything. And I like know them. They come to everything. And I know them. I grew up with them. Some I don't know personally, but like, if I got any advice, don't worry about going viral. Like, focus on them. The first fans you get that love your music. Like, and they gonna tell somebody.
Yeah. So just build relationships.
Yeah. Because they gonna, if you got, I know the world gravitate to people that got a lot of views and they find importance in them artists, but you're gonna listen to somebody if you hearing from somebody say, nah, this person is tight and he does this and this and this and this, and you're gonna give them a chance. Word of mouth is still the strongest promotional tool. It's like Chop telling y'all, hey, y'all gotta go to Tulsa. I'm sure y'all checked my stats and said, you know, he's not as, you know what I'm saying? His stats ain't popping, but
I mean, we do, but yeah.
I mean, but yeah, like, just people like Chop, you know what I'm saying? That means more to me than like y'all going on here. I don't think I would have hit y'all up if y'all was like, hey man, you got 1 million followers. Can we come down? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, so like building real relationships through real people is key. So if you're getting your feet wet out there and you want to be in this rap shit, start small, cater to them, and make them multiply. And then that's how you get a fan base like Currency. You know what I'm saying? He got the best fan base in the world. So yeah, man, this is Steph Simon, quarterback, World Culture Music, Skyline Star, Fire in Little Africa, executive producer. And I'm giving y'all the OK.